Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm bringing you my Exodia deck profile. Warning, this deck is not very cheap. In fact, it actually kind of took me a lot more time to actually build it than I expected. But all in all, this is probably one of my top rogue pick if I ever go to like tournaments with friends and all that. I mainly use this deck against my cousin. I mainly use this deck against my cousin because he hates facing Exodia because he doesn't know how to play very well. So I decided to go for an old school deck to face him, and I still beat him sometimes. But enough of my rambling. Let's get into the deck profile, shall we? Now, for any Exodia deck, you need all 5 pieces of Exodia. The head, the left arm, the right arm, the left leg, and the right leg. Still, I got these at a deal because we have this place in town called Entertain Mart. This is where I got my full set. These are just from Legendary Deck Collection 2, I do believe. Or 1, I don't know. All I know is that it was a good deal, because I was going to plan on buying the commons. But if you're playing Exodia, you need all 5 pieces of Exodia. Next, we have kind of what I would consider good-ish. I play 3 Exodia Incarnate. Basically, what an Exodia Incarnate does is that how to summon him is that you need to summon him, and then you sack him off, and then you can summon him in attack or defense. I usually just put it in defense, and he gains 1,000 attack and defense for every Exodia piece in your graveyard. Now I know what you're thinking. Well then, isn't the freaking point of Exodia is to have all 5 pieces in your hand? We'll get to that later, but all in all, I find this mandatory if you want to play my build, but it's a blank canvas, really. And now, for more of the tech stall and draw cards. Well, actually, this isn't a stall and draw card. This is basically to help me get more access to my Exodia pieces. I play 3 Sangan. What I usually do, since you do not summon a lot in this deck, if really at all, usually I always summon him in defense position. But I usually wait until it gets sacked off to activate the effect of Sangan in the grave to search out an Exodia piece. He is just really useful in this deck. Now we're getting to the stall and draw cards. I love to play 3 Card D. Mainly because, say you have a back row of nothing but negates and stuff that can negate attacks. All you have to do is summon Card D, tribute it, draw 2, but it automatically goes to the end phase. Really good, just very powerful. And now we have more of what I would consider defense cards. We have 3 Swift Scarecrow because, as I've told you, we do not summon a lot in this deck, and we mainly want to stall out our opponent and get all 5 pieces to our hand. That way, he's a little bit more useful. Because, trust me, you barely have monsters on the field if you're using my build. But, now we have 3 Battle Fader. There's no needing for the explanation. Someone declares a direct attack, special summon him, automatically in their battle phase. He's just really good as a good stall card. And now we're getting into most of the draw engine. 3 1 Destiny Hero Dreadmaster, 1 Dogma, and 1 Plasma. I use a certain thing with the Destiny heroes in here, but if you haven't noticed, they're all level 8. And if you haven't already know what this means, you'll just have to find out. Okay, that's all for the monsters. Now let's get into the spells. Standard, it is 3 Pot of Duality. Excavate the top 3. Add any card that you need to your hand. Just very good. Most of this stuff is commons, but... Okay, remember the Destiny heroes from a few seconds ago? This is why I put them in. Triple Destiny draw. Because if you have a Destiny hero in your hand, it's almost like trade-in. And actually, I ran trade-in before I ran Destiny draw. Because originally, I played Blue Eyes for the level 8 package. But pretty soon, you'll see an FTK variant of this deck whenever I get enough money to buy the rest of the cards. But this is really, really good to draw 2 cards deeper into your deck. And it's not a once per turn. Really good. And now we have 2 Magical Mallet. This helps you shuffle cards that you don't need into the deck, and then you can draw a card. Case in point, refreshing your hand and helping it to where you either get more pieces or you get more of your defense cards. Really good in this deck. I don't know if I'll keep it for the new version of the deck I'll probably build. But it's food for thought. But we have the 1 Magic Planter. And this is for our continuous spell, Obliterate. Basically, you send Obliterate to the graveyard. You can add an Exodia piece from your grave or deck to your hand. Which is why I run this. And now, the only reason Incarnate's in here is double Obliterate. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. I can't speak today. Really good for what it does, because say you put this face down, and then you summon Incarnate. Say that you wait a turn, and your opponent doesn't attack you quite yet. He sends a piece from your deck to the graveyard every turn, and along with this effect, you can chain Obliterate, and during your end phase, you can add 1 piece back. This trap card is just really good. I kind of consider this more of a trap deck than I do anything because, stall, draw. Most of your stall cards are traps, but really mandatory if you're trying to play my build. Or if you want, just take that crap out and do what you want. And now we have 3 Threatening Roar, no explanation. Your opponent cannot attack this turn. And finally, we have the 1 Wabakyu. It's really good for what it does, because it's just like Threatening Roar. In fact, you can actually up either of the ratios of these, because this is not once per turn. This is not once per turn, because solely you really wouldn't want this as once per turn, because then I don't know how to explain it, but basically, you could have any ratio of these you want. Heck, you could even play 3 of each. I only choose to play 3 of that, 1 of that, because that's what I've got. Sadly, there is no extra deck, mainly because Exodia does not need an extra deck. But, yeah, this is just a quick deck profile of a rogue deck that I love to play most of the time when I'm not playing Salomon Greats. But that is my Exodia deck profile. Please put down in the comment section if y'all want more deck profiles. And by the way, I was going to go to the Pro Play Tour Dallas around the 23rd and the 24th, but I kind of got no one to go with, so I'm probably not going to go. But, all in all, very fun deck, and just all in all, just a deck to mess with people. Because no one's expecting Exodia. No one. Unless you're one of those Exodia players. But, all in all, that's it, you guys. Stay tuned for the next deck profile I do, or the next gaming video. See ya!